Assalamualaikum students. In my last lecture I told you the properties of ionic compounds. Today I will describe the properties of covalent compounds. As we know that the properties of the compounds depend on the nature of the chemical bond that is found in these compounds. As name shows that the covalent compounds are those compounds which have covalent bonding between their atoms. Now we will review the covalent bond. Covalent bond is a type of chemical bond that is formed by the mutual sharing of the valence electrons between the atoms. Now we take an example of formation of hydrogen molecule, which is the simplest example of covalent bond. It's a hydrogen atom which consists of only one electron in its outermost shell, and it needs one electron to complete its duplet. It will combine with another hydrogen atom. In this way, both of these two atoms will complete their duplet like this. You can see here that these two electrons are contributed by these two atoms, and they form a pair which is mutually shared by both bonded atoms. This pair of electrons is attracted by the nuclei of both of these two atoms, due to which this pair of electrons remains associated with these two atoms. There is no loss or the gain of electrons, due to which ions are not formed. This is the reason that the covalent compounds consist of molecule, not ions. It is another example of the covalent compound, that is methane, CH4. Here it is the combination of one carbon atom and four hydrogen atoms. Carbon atom has 4 electrons in its outermost shell, and it needs 4 electrons to complete its octet. On the other hand, hydrogen has 1 electron and it needs 1 electron to complete its duplet. Both of these elements will combine together, and in this way the carbon atom will complete its octet by having 4 covalent bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms. You can see here these are the 4 hydrogen atoms, and these are covalently bonded with the carbon atom. Carbon atom is having now 8 electron in its outermost shell, and hydrogen is having 2 electron in its outermost shell. In this way both of these atoms become stable by attaining the electronic configuration of the noble gases. Now students, we will discuss the general properties of covalent compounds. Covalent compounds consist of non-metals, so the elements of group 13 to 17 in the periodic table combine to form the covalent compounds. Covalent compounds exist as gas, liquid and solids. The covalent compounds which have low molecular mass will exist as gas, and liquids which are low boiling. It is because the low molecular mass covalent compounds small molecules and less number of covalent bond in the molecule, and very weak intermolecular forces, so that's why they exist as the gas and liquids. Liquids are those which boil at very low temperature. The examples of gases are hydrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen and ammonia, and the examples of low boiling liquids are ether that boils at 34.6 degrees centigrade, acetone 56 degrees centigrade. These are the liquids which needs a very small amount of energy to boil, and alcohol boils at 78 degrees centigrade. The covalent compounds which are solid are those compounds which have high molecular mass, so that they have large number of covalent bonds in the molecule and strong intermolecular forces. That's why they need a large amount of energy to melt and to boil. So for example, silica SiO2 is a solid covalent compound, and its melting point is 1710 degrees centigrade, and its boiling point is 2230 degrees centigrade. Glucose is another example of the high molecular mass covalent compound. Its melting point is 146 degrees centigrade. Next property of the covalent compounds is that they are the bad conductors of electricity, because the conduction of electricity needs free electrons. But in the covalent bond, the free electrons are not available. Here you can see this is the covalent bond, and this is the shared pair of electron which is mutually shared by both of these two atoms. And these two electrons are also experiencing the force of attraction of the two nuclei of these two atoms. So these are not freely available, which is necessary for the conduction of electricity, and they are not available, so the covalent compounds do not conduct the electricity. But in some cases, when the covalent compounds are polar in nature, then they can conduct electricity to some extent when they are dissolved in the polar solvent, for example hydrochloric acid. Covalent compounds are soluble in non-aqueous solvent. The term non-aqueous means the solvents which do not contain water. So the covalent compounds have covalent bond and they are also soluble in the solvent which also are having the covalent bond. For example, benzene, ether and the alcohol are the good solvents for dissolving the covalent compounds. Covalent compounds which have three-dimensional bonding of atoms will exist as the covalent crystals. For example, diamond, glucose. These are very hard covalent compounds and have very high melting and the boiling points. Covalent crystals are very stable. This is the picture of diamond, and students, you can see here that the carbon atoms are three-dimensionally arranged in it. I hope students you have understood the different properties of the covalent compounds with reasons, but now I summarize these important properties. These are covalent compounds consist of molecules. They consist of non-metals. The covalent compounds exist as gas, liquids, and solids. The low molecular mass covalent compounds will exist as gas and liquids. High molecular mass covalent compounds will exist as solids. Covalent compounds are soluble in non-aqueous solvent and they are bad conductors of electricity. Compounds having three-dimensional bonding exist as crystals.